Morning everybody, Trapper Bob. We're out on the line making our first check. We're at the first farm. It's about 6 a.m. and we got ourselves a raccoon and about my fourth set. Here's a little video of him. Pretty decent sized coon. What do you think, buddy? Huh? Looks like he's got some pretty nice fur. He's not all tangled up. I've got a bunch more traps to check out here, so I'm going to get this taken care of and we will turn you back on if we got something else. Hey y'all, Trapper Bob, we're back. I finished checking the first farm and we just had that one raccoon. Checked my coyote sets. I went yesterday and sorry about that. And I put salt down on all the trap beds because they were froze up yesterday. And this morning the salt worked great. Traps were wet, not frozen. Tomorrow it's supposed to get bitterly cold tonight, so tomorrow I will probably reset all my traps. I bought some peat moss, mixed some buckwheat hulls with it and some antifreeze flakes. Got it all mixed up, so tomorrow I will probably rebed all my traps. We're getting ready to head to the pond. I've changed my route from my first farm, sorry. I head to the pond and then I work my way back, and we're going to open up a new farm today. There's one I've been wanting to open up. They've got a bunch of corn bales. I was hoping they'd get rid of the corn bales before I got in there, but that's all good. With corn bales, it gives a coyote something to search around for mice. It's half soybean, half corn, and like most of the rest of my places except the pond, I've got a creek, heavily timbered creek line, which will be good for raccoons and give the coyotes a nice place to run along. So we're gonna break that new farm open, set some coyote traps, and Tuesday cable restraint season opens. So we will be setting a bunch of cable restraints. I think I have 80 of them ready. Later today I'll finish skinning and fleshing everything I've got and finish getting my cable restraint stands ready, because I'm kind of excited. Cable restraint season is nice. Cable restraints are fast to set up. Takes just a couple minutes. The longest part of it is driving the earth anchor into the ground. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll be able to set places with my cable restraints that I haven't been able to with my footholds. A lot of trail crossings through the fence. The railroad beds out at Coyote Farm where they're running on the railroad beds. Just a lot of places. I'll be able to put some up at the home farm. Didn't really want to put footholds in. Didn't have a lot of luck last year with footholds on the home farm, but I did pretty good with cable restraints, because they're just mainly passing through our farm, going into the feeding areas where they hunt hard. But I've got a lot of good fence crossings, a lot of good trails that they run through. So I'm looking forward to cable restraint season. I'm going to get on down here to the pond, and if I get anything, I will turn you back on. I did put some 110s in the water, baited and unbaited for muskrat. Found some good muskrat runs. It was iced up along the bank yesterday. And when I went back out to salt down the coyote beds, the ice had blown off. I don't think it got cold enough last night to freeze up again. So hopefully we'll have us some muskrats when we get there. I will turn you back on down the line. Hey, y'all, Trapper Bob. I finished checking all my traps at the farms. At the pond, we ended up with 4 muskrats. So I ended the day with 1 raccoon and 4 muskrats. I'm breaking open a new farm. Right now I'm setting 2 coyote traps on a corner. I've got a bean field, a nice waterway, a fence crossing right there, a nice waterway, wide, it runs all the way down, and the line of grass between the bean field and the waterway. We've got more of a brushy field behind us, pastures off to the west, another cornfield off to the west on the other side of the creek. What I'm doing is there's 2 fence crossings here. One's for deer for sure, but there's a hole in the fence at the bottom, and coyotes and raccoons and whatnot are using it. So I put me a dirt hole right off the trail, heaviest trail coming out of the fence crossing, and I'm putting another one over here close to the edge of the field. Now I made a mistake. I had half dozen more coyote traps in my bin. I was going to pull them out and bring them with so I could set them, and they don't have earth anchors. So when I get back, I've got 2 raccoons from yesterday to skin. I'll get them skinned, everything fleshed, get the 4 muskrats skinned and everything fleshed and hung up, and then I'll be putting earth anchors on those 6 traps. I've got 2 bridgers and an MB 550 I had to fix the anchors on. And then tomorrow, I was hoping to do this today because it's a pretty mild day. Tomorrow's supposed to be pretty crappy, high winds, bitterly cold, and then get down into the teens either tonight or tomorrow night. So I'm using, I bought peat moss yesterday to bed the traps with, and then I'll cover them with the dirt that I get from drilling the hole, and I'm adding salt to it so it doesn't freeze because there's a lot of moisture in the dirt. At Coyote Farm, I did miss a coyote. He was a ½ inch from the pan. He left a real nice print in my set, and he was just a ½ inch from the pan. So I remade the set, moved the trap back just a hair, bedded it, and I salted all the traps out at Coyote Farm. Hopefully we can get something going out there again. Looking forward to cable restraint season. This will be a great spot for cable restraints. There's this waterway over here is probably 50 yards wide, and there is a lot of trails. Real nice creek coming through here, so I know the coyotes are in here pretty thick. As far as I know, this has never been trapped, so I'm hoping for pretty good success. I'm going to put a lot of traps out on this farm. It's a big farm. I've got 2 sides of the roads, probably 500 acres or better here. A lot of good waterways, fence lines, timbers behind the fence line where the coyote and stuff are coming through. So I just wanted to let you know what we got for the day, and that I'm out opening a new farm, and hopefully we can get more critters caught in the traps. I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good day.